For the past 2 months, lights and music have transformed the Basilica of St. Mary in Minneapolis, and tens of thousands of people have gone to see the Luminescence show. And now we're learning more about how it all comes together. Joining us is the GM for the North America show, Clayton Ferguson. Thanks so much for being here. You've had so much success with this show over in Europe, and we can experience the magic here too. Folks are really enjoying it. Where did this idea come from?
Well, the idea came about a year and a half ago. My friend Roman Sarfati, who is over in Europe, it was kind of his brainchild. And we've been talking for years just about the idea of immersive, like the idea of these Van Goghs that are around, but they're on kind of just walls that just don't have a lot of character. And we'd been talking for a long time, but again, this is all Roman's idea. But he just saw that the cathedrals and basilicas, especially out through Europe, who had this rich history, symbolisms, and stories that really could come alive and just transform just incredible architecture and heritage into beautiful, stunning imagery that is 360, much like what we were seeing, like even in Las Vegas with the Sphere. But we can do it in these buildings that have incredible history around us.
Absolutely, and a perfect time during the holidays. And you mentioned the Basilica. It's beautiful on its own. Add the lights, that makes it even better. But besides the beauty, I know you chose the Basilica for a special local reason. Can you talk about that?
Well, we chose Minneapolis for actually two reasons, guys. There's number one, Minneapolis has such a deep love of the arts. Every time I've ever come through with different music projects, just Minneapolis just like are always like the most intense and like just they appreciate the arts. So knowing that, and then we were looking for these for different cathedrals and basilicas. I was really drawn to the fact that number one, that the Basilica of St. Mary is the oldest. It's the first basilica in North America. So that right away just was an interesting point. The second point is it's actually one of the largest cathedrals in the world. To be able to, it doesn't have all of the columns that we often have to work around over in Europe, but there's 1,100 people can see an unencumbered vision all the way through this. So it's just one of the largest places. It's just beautiful, and we just love Minneapolis.
Gosh, well, thank you for bringing the show here. I know so many folks have loved it. And I know we can see what's put out, but can you talk a little bit about what it takes to make this show possible, the behind the scenes?
It's a whole lot of work, guys, but it's something where it's about collaboration. It's about the arts and it's a lot of logistics. We have hundreds of people working in the background. It takes about 6 months because we really want to take and tell the story of each one of the cathedrals and the basilicas that we're in. So it takes a lot of research into finding out the history of each one of these locations and then finding all of the architecture, all of the tiny little pieces that we can really bring alive. So we have over 20 artists over in Europe who are like really telling the story. So the imagery and all of these symbolisms come alive all around us. So we have 20 artists, then we have the orchestras and we have the choir and really kind of coming all together. Somehow we put it together in about 5 to 6 months, which puts a lot of gray hairs on my head as well, if you can't tell.
Well, it was worth it for us to see it. Thank you for the collaboration, the community focus, and folks can still see this. It's still open for several days, right?
Yeah, we just extended. We've had an incredible run. Everybody is loving this, so we've just extended this up until Valentine's Day of all times. Perfect date night. So we have a few more dates that we're going to be able to sell and get some more tickets in. We've been selling out almost all of the shows. So I know it's Minneapolis winter, but Minneapolis, I think you guys understand snow a little bit better than the rest of us in the Midwest. So come on out. We'd love to see you.
Absolutely. Clayton, thank you so much. Tickets still on sale. We'll have more details at care11.com/noon.